Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the illustrious Delray Beach Boxing Club here in South Florida. You're watching True School Sports.
My flow, my show brought me the dough that bought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you'd be happy I made it.
Maybe next time we'll get another chance. It is boxing. You just have to wait sometimes. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Inouye, and congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, before we proceed any further, big shout out to my channel sponsor, Fighting Mad, the pound for pound kings of boxing apparel. If you like the shirts you see to my left or to my right, find shirts like this and more like them on the Fighting Mad website. I'll leave for you guys right here. Now, I've been doing a lot of videos talking about Nonito Donaire because he deserves it. He put on a great fight with Nonito Donaire. But this video right here is more specific to Nonito Donaire. This is a straight Nonito Donaire video because Nonito Donaire deserves all the credit, all the praise, and all the accolades that he's earned in his boxing career and that he'll earn after his boxing career when he inevitably goes into the Hall of Fame. Hopefully on the first ballot because that's what he deserves. But he's been a testament to everything great about the sport of boxing, and I'm going to get into that in this video. But he had an Instagram post, and you guys saw the clips at the beginning of the video where he's with his sons, and his son says, "I don't want you boxing anymore." And then they thanked Nonito Donaire for letting him have the Muhammad Ali trophy for a day, and letting him borrow it. Because Donaire had made a promise to his kids that he was gonna bring the trophy back, and he asked Donaire to borrow it for a night so he could be a man of his words to his kids. But he had a big post, and it's very long-winded, so please bear with me. I'm gonna read the whole thing, and I'll leave for you guys in the description so you guys can come to your own surmise and conclusion. He said, I quote, "First of all, I want to thank God for keeping me safe in that ring. My guardian angels for that shield up, that armor as strong as they could. To Ring Star Sports, Richard Schaefer for believing in me so much to get me into this tournament. You truly have had my back through this all and appreciate you. To Mr. Honda, Taken Promotions, the hospitality you have shown me, my family, and team has been amazing. I cannot thank you enough. To Cato's Clinic, your support is unending. I cannot thank you enough for your belief in me. To Mizuno, thank you for suiting me up for such an epic fight. You have treated me like family here and always taking care of me. To Japan, thank you for allowing us to experience your wonderful culture both in the ring and out. Team Donaire, we trained our asses off and we shrugged off anyone who said I didn't have a chance. We kept grinding and that work showed. Haters said I was out in round one, but we showed them our heart, our determination. To my fans, the journey we are on, you guys have gone through it all with me, and the amount of energy, love you given me is insurmountable." He then went on to say, "Lastly, to my family, my heart, I am a warrior on my shield. I came to Japan to take the Muhammad Ali trophy. I promised my sons they would see it in the morning, and with tears in my eyes, I humbly asked Donaire to borrow it for a night, not for me, but for my word. It'll be a life lesson my boys will soon learn, that you do your best and you come short. You will win, you will lose, but in either aspect, you do so graciously. It'll pain them to see my face. They'll kiss my wounds. They'll see a trophy we don't get to take home and understand what it means to want to train harder. And I told about the battle I fought, that I'd rather put my life on the shield than give up, and that we will always fight. I'm going to take time with my friends and family that have traveled to support me for the coming weeks. I thank you for the outpour of love and support." Spoken like a true warrior, spoken like the true class act he is. Now, Nonito Donaire, I should say, Nonito Donaire, a great fighter, a great man, and he seems to be a great father because those are some great lessons he's trying to instill in his kids. But this guy deserves all the credit in the world because he's been such a testament to the sport of boxing over all these years, giving us great fights with Fernando Montiel, Vic Darchinyan. Won those fights. Obviously, in his later years, he's been there. He stepped in the ring with he's taken on all comers, from the Carl Framptons of the world to Nicholas Walters of the world to Inouye recently to Jesse Magdaleno, to Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know, he's done it all, man, in the ring, and he deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But you know, I take the most solace in the fact with Nonito Donaire at 36 years old. At 36 years old, if this is his last fight, if this is how he's going to put the finishing touches on what's been an exceptional career, then he's done it in the most classy way possible. He's been a great testament to boxing because of the fact that we never have to question his integrity. We never have to question his character, because this is the first fighter and one of the only fighters in all of boxing that pays out of pocket for year-round, 365-day VADA drug testing, the best drug testing that we currently have in the sport of boxing. He's paying for it, which is very expensive, and he's being drug tested year-round. He puts his money where his mouth is. He takes on all comers. He gives us great fights. He gave us a knockout of the year candidate earlier this year when he flattened Stephon Young in brutal fashion. And whether it's in defeat or whether it's in victory, he does it graciously. And I just want boxing fans out here to really just really give Donaire his due, give him his credit, give him everything that he deserves, because we're so quick to focus on the negatives in boxing. We're so quick to focus on what's wrong with boxing that when we see something, when we see something, or better yet, when we see someone that is everything right with boxing, maybe we're not as vocal as we are when we see something when we see someone or something that's not right with boxing. You know, if he ends his career 40 wins, 6 losses, 26 KOs, beating the likes of Ryan Burnett, beat the likes of Cesar Juarez, beating the likes of Victor Chinian twice, Jorge Arce, well, I forgot about that fight, Jorge Arce, Fernando Montiel, Omar Narvaez, Hernan Marquez, Rafael Concepcion, Raul Martinez. You know, he's had a great career, this Filipino boxing great, Nonito Donaire, and he's been carrying that flag from the Philippines and doing so in such a classy way. And I actually want to send this video to Donaire because being somebody that's covered this sport, and you know, I cover the good, the bad, and the ugly, and sometimes the ugly and the bad things about the sport can overshadow the good. But I just wanted to really highlight what's great about Donaire, the fact that he is a throwback fighter. He'll fight you anywhere, any place, anytime. He'll be a live dog in that fight too. You can never write him off. You know, he's won the big fights, and credit to him for that. His integrity is second to none in boxing. You know, being one of the only fighters that's 365 days a year VADA drug tested, multiple division champion, just all the praise in the world goes to Donaire, and he's one of the fighters that whenever his name is brought up, I have nothing bad to say about him. I couldn't even think of one bad thing to say about him, even if I tried. So with that being said, Nonito Donaire, I just want to thank you for a great fight. I want to thank you for all the great fights. And if it's truly your last, if it's your last fight against Inoue, I think you went out in the best way possible, or one of the best ways possible. Obviously, you want to win, but you put on what I think is the fight of the year. I think it's one of the best fights the last 4 or 5 years. And you just deserve everything you get. And when the time comes to vote for you in the Hall of Fame, I'll be here on True School Sports campaigning for you to go on the first ballot, because you truly deserve it, and you're everything right with boxing. So tip of the cap goes to Nonito Donaire. God bless.
Hey guys, Christina Poncher here, and you're watching True School Sports.